Recording in progress. Music. Music.
Good afternoon, members. Honorable members, good afternoon. Anyone on the platform?
Madam Chair,
Sikhona chair, kunjani? I'm seeing that even the SARU is with us. At least about 6 members are in. Can I take this opportunity to that you must all look at the agenda which is flighted. I want to welcome you all. I've seen that leadership from SARU also in here, the leadership of the department, your good self as honorable members. I'm taking this opportunity to welcome you, SARU, as you were aware that we didn't have chance to meet with you, except that few of us we did meet you in a formal way. Those were presented to the committee when the players arrived Springbok. So I'm taking this great pleasure to extend my warm welcome to you, SARU, since the Springbok returned from France as the world champions. This committee has never had that opportunity to have an encounter with you in this platform, but has voted to your dedication. Also, with that being said, we'd like to congratulate you once again for winning the World Cup and the role you have played in the uniting South Africans across all racial spectrum. I'm taking this opportunity to say that today we have invited you in order that you must do an input on the amendment of bill which really made you as SARU not flying the South African flag high because of this amendment by water. So today you are the second stakeholder which we invited. Yesterday it was SAIDS. SAIDS, no, it was SASCO, we are the third one. SAIDS did come and present the bill. This was the bill, as you know, that November last year, November 2023, and then we were faced with this amendment. And as you are aware that some other countries were penalized not to adhere to the principles of IWADA. As South Africa, as we are signatory, we are looking to you today that you must do so to support this amendment. Respecting you have read the SAIDS proposal of amendment, section 10 and section 11, but mostly section 17.1, which will be making this this bill to be compliant. I'm expecting that all of us we are aware that yesterday it was the budget vote and members are trying to connect, going back home. So we'll not to do justice, but we need to be brief to the point. So can we have apologies? Any apologies?
thank you, Madam Chair, and good afternoon. We do have an apology from Mr. Malingozi, who does not have network, and we also have an apology from Mr. Mtetwa, who is not well. Those are the two apologies, Madam Chair. Thank you very much.
Can I take this opportunity to report officially to the members that Mr. Muthetwa is not well? We must try to call him, wishing him that he must recover. We are going to miss his contribution in the committee. Can I ask an adoption of the agenda?
For adoption, Chair, Dennis Joseph.
Can I ask Honorable Rachel Adams? Come again?
Chairperson, can you hear me?
I do.
Thank you. It's load shedding now. That's why there's a noise of the generator. But I move for the adoption of the agenda. I thank you.
Any second? Any second?
Chairperson Dennis Joseph here. I move for the second agenda.
Solega Honorable Dennis seconded the agenda.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Yes. Can now give it to Fiona, who's also not well. You must be brief, Fiona, on doing an overview of this drug response amendment bill. Please, Fiona.
Thank you, Chairperson. Good afternoon, Chairperson and members and the guests on the platform. Chairperson, I think you've covered the overview quite succinctly, except that I would just like to add that the bill was introduced to the committee on the 5th of December last year, and the committee resolved to process the bill in line with constitutional prescripts, which obviously then includes the element of public participation, which is why we are here today and why we had Said and Sascock yesterday and the day before. And then just to reiterate, Chairperson, what you mentioned about Said's contribution on Section 17 of the amendment bill, we need to be cognizant of their contribution, and we look forward to hearing from SARU what they have to input. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you so much, Fiona. Now I'm taking this opportunity to give SARU to talk to us. We are aware that Chantel as a legal compliance is with us, Clean as a senior is head of, I'm not sure, I've forgotten, Mr. Yedwa, senior manager and government and stakeholder relationship. That's the names that were given by SARU. Anyone to take us through, and some may add the questions that are being asked, but I'm recognizing our DDG from the department also. She is with us. I'm seeing Chantel's face. I'm seeing Mr. Mayedwa, Pastor Mayedwa, senior manager. You are all welcome. Those who have got no problem of load shedding, they can show their face and then take them out. Chantel, you want to take us, because I've heard that we are a legal body of this department. To you, Chantel.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairperson, and thank you to all the leaders that are online. My name is Kaya Mayedwa from SA Rugby. I'm with, as the chairman has indicated, I'm with Chantal Duplessis. Chantal is Dupisani, actually. Chantal Dupisani is the head of legal and compliance. And we have Clint Redhead, who is the head of medical. I just want to say, as a preface to this, that SARU is a member country of World Rugby and is subject to the rules and regulations relating to membership and participation. Therefore, the World Rugby Anti-Doping Program is using a combination of education, awareness, and drug testing to prevent and to detect doping and to safeguard the integrity of the game. Now, as a international federation, World Rugby is a signatory to the World Anti-Doping Code, which is WADEC, which means that our policies and procedures are compliant with the WADEC and its international standards. We strive to ensure that our programs lead to worldwide anti-doping efforts and work very closely with WADA and the national anti-doping organizations of the leading countries, and to ensure the most effective possible program. At this point in time, I'm going to hand over to Chantal to take us through the sections of the bill and our position. Thank you.
Oh, this is a very good overview and presentation of you, SARU. Chantal.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you very much for hosting us. I was told by Mr. Mayetwa I have only 5 minutes, and I think the most important part is that SARU was very enthusiastic, and we in absolute support of this amendment bill, and we support it.
Can I correct that? Mr. Mayetwa is not the chairperson of this committee. You don't have 25 minutes. You have 15 minutes, and you try to summarize. I'm sorry to Pastor to give that.
No, I said 5 minutes.
Well, she said, he said 5 minutes, Madam Chair.
I was thinking that you were in 25 minutes.
No, I can't quit.
No, I promise I was told much less time, and
sorry, Mr. Mayetwa.
Thank you, President.
Madam Chair and committee, our first 2 slides, which I'll go through very briefly, is just a proposal for consideration. It is not entirely material, and we've just proposed that in a section of the Act we include the reference to a national sports federation, but it is not a material amendment or request, and we will take our guidance from yourselves. The second one, again, is just a clarification requirement, and our head of medical has interacted quite in detail with SAID on this, and so this as well, this clarification has been met. So I will go to our only 2 other comments, which is our third comment, and that's an amendment to Section 17 of Act 14 of 1997. It currently reads, a member of the Institute shall be entitled to attend any hearing of an appeal as an observer. And our request is, or proposal was, that a member of the National Sports Federation, in respect of its member and athlete, as well as a member of the Institute, should be entitled to attend. Again, that is just a request from us. We feel that it is representative of international best practice, but again, it is only a proposal from us, Madam Chair. And then the last one, the current draft is just really seeking clarification around international athletes' participation. Currently, it reads, the department must, after consultation with the Institute and SASCOC, identify any non-compliant national sports federation whereafter it may, amongst others, bar any such federation from administering its sport in the Republic. And we're just requesting that the drafting panel maybe provide an indication as to whether it's the intention to include allowing athletes to compete nationally or internationally, independent of their membership of such a federation. And that's, Madam Chair, I'm quite happy to share this with the committee, this little presentation. And as you can see, it is not material commentary. It's really just clarification sought, especially when we're drafting amendment bills. So my team is on standby. We'll take any questions, or Clint is here from a medical perspective, who does chair and head up our anti-doping department in the medical field. So happy to hand over and hope that I met my 5 minutes deadline.
Okay, thank you so much. It is clear. Now, when states did come and present, they presented to us once a month ago. They circulated their presentation, and the department and our good self as a committee, we interacted with their proposal. That's why the department is here being an observer, giving them an observer status. And SASCOC yesterday, as you know, that SASCOC is one other stakeholder which is responsible of is athletic and the rest. And today we are having a very important stakeholder, which is you, Rafi. But we are thinking that you did prioritize this, that you must come with people with legal expertise, medical expertise, and your senior manager, as they know very well what is expected from SARU and what is expected to South Africans, can now check with the honorable members, those who want clarifications. But all in all, SARU, we are telling us that you, by virtue of your presentation, you are happy about these amendments. I'm suspecting, I'm noting that. If I'm wrong, you can tell me that I'm wrong. Honorable members. I don't see any hand, even if you don't want to ask clarification, if you can indicate whether are you happy. I'm seeing Honorable Zondi. Honorable Zondi.
Yes, Chair, thank you very much, and good afternoon to you, honorable members, the department, and also our entity SARU. Chair, I'm very glad that SARU made a proposal, at least, yes, of a particular. They are proposing the national sports, which I don't think it will temper much technically, but subject to the legal advice. But I'm happy that they don't see the bill as 100% perfect for them, because different entities will have different proposals or different views on how they are covered. But I'm happy that SARU has something that they need to add to the bill per se, without changing it technically, so that it will still meet the requirement of the International Federation. Thank you, Chair. But the proposal is welcome, Chair, even because the bill is open to for discussion. Yes.
Thank you, Honorable Zotin. Honorable Joseph. Dennis Joseph. Honorable Dennis
Chairperson,
Joseph.
good afternoon.
Afternoon,
Good
Dennis.
afternoon.
Yes, Honorable Joseph.
Can you hear me, Chairperson?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now
Yes.
I want to now thank you for the SARU's presence and for all the SARU was very high on the agenda last year when we spoke about this possible exclusion. It was at the time of the World Cup, and from our side, our committee side, we want to also again congratulate them on the achievements for our country at the World Rugby level. My question, just Chairperson, is SARU, in my view, is not. They say they belong to they're associated with WADA, international organization, but in my view, they're not necessarily directly linked to a federation. They're almost like a standalone. I speak under correction now. My question is this amendments do they see it as binding on them? The fact that they are part of the international organization, and do they see it still binding on them even if they are not directly linked to one of the federations? Other words, sets, are they will they submit to sets in the future after the amendments? Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you, Honorable Joseph. The question is clear. Honorable Adams.
Thank you, Chairperson, and good afternoon to all. Chairperson, if my memory serves me well, I think that SARS mentioned that doping is most rife in rugby. So I just wondering, why is SARU seeking clarification? Were they not a stakeholder of DSEC in the process of the drafting of the bill? I thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Adams. So far, Mr. Mayedwa, with the encourage, these are questions, there are almost three, but the first one, it's clear what is that question means to you, and the rest. Can I get some answers to any one of you?
Madam Chair, if I may, with your permission, go possibly. I'm going to leave the medical legal matters to medical matter to Clint, but I will just answer the question on clarification. SARU is a member of SASCOC. SARU subscribes to the SAIDS bill. We host many tournaments in South Africa, and we consider SAIDS, our SAIDS bill to be active here. The introductory regarding WADA and World Rugby was merely just to show this committee how SARU fits within the structure of World Rugby. So we have a slightly wider scope of reporting that is just SAIDS related. We also subscribe, and when we participate in other countries, to the structures there that are internationally ascribed to WADA. So it's not that we are not subject to SAIDS. We obviously have a very close relationship with SAIDS and will continue to do so. So that's from my side. Clint, do you want to just chat about the doping matters in rugby and from the latest speaker? I think it was
yes,
Clint.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Chantal. Hello, Madam Chair. I don't know, can you hear me?
I do hear you, Mr. Clint.
Thank you so much. Chantal, just in support of your comment there, just back to Mr. Joseph, who was concerned that our queries were binding and we might have an issue with responding to SAIDS or answering SAIDS. 100% agree with you. We are accountable to SAIDS, so I do not have an issue with that. Hopefully that question's been put to bed. With regards to the third question, the concept of the use of banned substances in rugby, the lady who asked the question was correct. We do get a number of positive cases each year. We work very closely with SAIDS with regards to the management of that process. We work very closely with the education of our athletes around the country, that be right from our professional athletes to our schoolboy athletes. We work very closely with SAIDS, and we have requested that SAIDS also test at our youth weeks. We are one of the only countries in the world that do unannounced testing at their rugby youth weeks. This is important because it acts as a deterrent, but it does mean that we pick up problems at our youth. And I sit on one or two anti-doping panels for rugby around the world, and it's acknowledged that this is a positive step by SARU. And if this was done in any other country around the world, we would see a high number of youth testing positive in the sport as well. So it's just to say it's not unique to rugby, but by saying that, we do not accept this as something that should be condoned, and we'll be working our hardest with SAIDS to ensure that we stamp out the scourge. Yeah, hopefully I've covered that, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Clint. I'm suspecting what you wanted is this committee we are getting from you, SARU, and you have got all the experiences which you are going to maybe, if everything is going to compliant with this WADA. DDG?
Good afternoon, Chairperson and members of the committee, and good afternoon to the colleagues from SA Rugby and to the SAIDS CEO and the legal advisor in the meeting as well, and to the colleagues from the department. Thank you very much to Rugby for providing their input. We really appreciate it, Chairperson. Chairperson, we must also indicate that Rugby did submit their input when we were called by the Chief State Law Advisor for all of our federations to make their comments. And I think some of their comments are not too different from what they put before us today. But just to indicate, we have also provided this information that came through the comments at the time to the State Law Advisor. We have provided to SAIDS as well. And I think, Chairperson, I would propose that we also give SAIDS an opportunity to make some comments, because they have had some of these, the input from SARU beforehand. So they are also able to enhance the discussion with their input into these areas. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
Thank you, DTG. Honorable members, I'm taking that today this is the end of our meeting. And let me take this opportunity to thank everyone. Some, they are like me, who will be, yesterday we were in the budget, and we arrived at 10 p.m. and now we're at work. So I'm appreciating what we have done to prioritize this. Those words go well, go and work those who are supposed to be in the ground. We are aware that we are all busy. Even you, SARU, have seen that we are also preparing for other things. Can I take this opportunity to thank you all?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you so much. The meeting is closed.
Thank you, Chairperson. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Chair.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. And keep well.
Good, Chairperson.